If we are receiving voltage to the circulation pump, but the pump isn't doing anything, that means the pump's bad. If we are not receiving voltage to the pump, that means we probably have a bad relay on the circuit board, but I can show you how to test for that. Yeah, we want to remove the 2 screws on the circuit board. Kind of hearing a strange sound from the circulation pump. Almost like it's trying to turn on, but it can't. You hear that? Sounds like the circulation pump is trying to turn over and run, but it just can't. So that already tells me that the pump has power to it, but we are going to test for it anyway. So you pull the screws out, take the plate off, and I put the screws right back into the threaded holes here. That way I don't drop them, kick them, lose them. Now on the circuit board, it is labeled for the circulation pump, but you can also just take the wire from where the pump is, follow it all the way up into the control box. Circ pump right there. And so you follow those white lines. You have the black is plugged in here, and then you follow the line over. You have ground, obviously, and the white is plugged in right there. So we're going to test power at those points. Turn on my multimeter to volts, AC. Everything, pretty much everything inside the hot tub is going to be AC. And we're going to put a lead on the white one, put a lead on the black one. Okay, so we're getting 120 volts, 121. Anything between 110 to 125 is a good volt range. So because the circulation is receiving the correct amount of voltage and it's not turning on, that means the circ pump is bad. We will turn off the breaker to the tub, and then we're going to remove that circulation pump. Go ahead and clip those to free up all the wires. And follow your wire up to here. Now we have to remove the wires from the board. So you got your black one over here. Got your white one right there. And then remove your ground nut. Loosen up the nut and then I can spin it off. Okay, now you have to remove this wire clamp in there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to remove the circulation pump. But if I remove those lines, then I'm going to have water spewing out all over. So, of needle nose vice grips. Clamp it down on one side. We're going to clamp it down on the other side. Now we do have a bleeder line coming up out of here. I'm also going to clamp so it's out of the way. This bleeder line up here is the one that goes up into the filter bucket and comes out. You can feel the jet stream. Okay, now we're going to remove the grounding screw on the back. Then there's one in the front and one right back there. New pump comes out and it's got these plugs on each side that you have to remove before sticking it back in. And then we just go back in the opposite way we came back out. Okay, pump is back in, screwed down, hose clamps back on. I took my clamps back off that were pinching our lines closed. The wire coming up here, plugged back in, black, ground, and white. So it's important to turn this one on first. See the bubbles coming up from the bottom. I feel the jet stream coming from that, so we have good flow. Just a little extra precaution. Open that up real quick. Let any bubbles burp out. I'm just going to double check all of our jet pumps turn on. Good to go. Okay. Heard the relay click, but let's just confirm. Got our amp clamp here, and we should be reading about 16, 17 amp draw. And then what you're going to do is clamp this onto either the black wire or the white wire for the heater, and it's those two thicker ones. doesn't matter which one, you're both going to get a reading off of it. Okay, so we're 15.8. It's right close to 16, which is just fine for a 4 kilowatt heater. There are little LED lights up here at the top of the board, and each one's labeled. Power on is flashing green, which is great. That's what it's supposed to do. Heater on, or HTR on, is solid red, which is what it's supposed to do. That means it's calling for heat. And then obviously the other LEDs are for like jets on, but the jets aren't on. There's a control error light, but since we don't have any errors with the topside controller, that's not illuminated. And then we have a limit OK, and that's what we want to see, is the limit is OK. So everything's working as it should. That's how we replace a circulation pump in any Limelight or High Life series. Thanks for watching.